Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Harold with WorldTVOnDemand.com bringing you some breaking news. Today is March the 1st, and CPAC has a show going on right now, and I'm going to break into it and show you what's going on. You got to listen to these guys because they say it better than anyone else. The FBI and the DOJ were trying to overthrow the president, and here's more news about that. Now stay to the end of the video because everything is pertinent and very important in this video for you to see.
Okay? Now, that was September. And here we are, almost, well, I guess it's March. And there's absolutely no reason why this has not been released publicly. But at the end of the day, this is the White House. The White House needs to pick up the phone, call the DNI and said, enough, release this. Congress said release it, get it out.
Why haven't they done that?
That'd be a good question tomorrow when the president's here. You guys can ask him.
Look, Devin Nunes is the exception that proves the rule in congressional oversight. Just typically, chairmen don't do the work that Nunes had done, and that's one of the reasons we're in the position we're in. This is a failure by the administration. It's a failure by Congress. It's 6 months since we first learned about the coup discussions at the Justice Department and FBI. Not one congressional hearing. Judicial Watch filed a federal lawsuit. Why are we doing all the heavy lifting with virtually no help from the administration, no help from Congress on this? This is a core. Forget about the national emergency on the border. I think there is a national emergency on the border. There's a national emergency in terms of this effort by the agencies to overthrow the president through these illicit coup discussions. If there were generals and colonels talking like this, you'd all know what it was. But because they're bureaucrats over at FBI and DOJ, media is giving it a pass. And of course, the media, Byron, your colleagues in the media.
Thank you so much.
You know, again, Byron, the exception that proves the rule in terms of oversight.
Now, we have to close up, but I'd like to ask you in closing each to give your preview of the next 2 years in this. Democrats are in charge through at least the election of 2020. The special counsel is still in business, no matter what the rumors say. How does this end in the next couple of years?
Well, I believe it's going to end once you have full radical transparency, including, and I'll just finish up with this, Tom mentioned it, but the media was in on this from the beginning. I often say that the only people in Washington who didn't have the dossier from the Clinton campaign were House Republicans and the Trump campaign. Everybody else had it. Everybody in the media had the dossier starting in June, July, August, September, October, November of 2016, and you know it. It doesn't take any top secret, or you don't have to surveil anybody. All you have to do is look at the press releases that the Clinton campaign was putting out, the tweets that the Clinton campaign was putting out, and then all the stories that the media was writing that ultimately they turned around and took those reports and fed them into the FBI, and the FBI opened an investigation. So all of this needs to come out. As soon as it does, I think we can get DOJ and FBI back on the road to recovery, because if they don't do this, you will have generations of conservatives and Republicans in this country who will not trust DOJ or an FBI, and that is not a good place for this country to be.
Yeah, look, from Judicial Watch's perspective, there's going to be more accountability for Hillary Clinton, more exposure of the deep state machinations against President Trump, but in many ways more of the same. But the big X factor is the president, because his direct involvement on these transparency and anti-corruption issues can lead to historic transformation at the DOJ and FBI. If left to their own devices, we won't get the information in a timely enough way, or there won't be sufficient accountability. And the president, I would encourage just to be the best president he can be and exercise the full authority he has to direct the Justice Department that is not a fourth branch of government that works for him to clean house. And his personal involvement, as it was initially with the release of the Nunes memo famously last year, led to the FISA applications being released. His firing of Comey, I'm convinced we would not know what we know about the deep state activities against him but for his firing of Comey that was protecting all of that. More of that will have a big change.
And much more to come. I want to thank everybody for coming here and allowing us a little time to talk. Thanks very much.
Hey, thanks for viewing the video, and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'll have breaking news for you again soon. You guys have a fantastic day.